everybody. It's Ahmed again, and this is Friday, March 8th. Spring really came early but just little rant here this morning about the State of the Union yesterday. To be honest with you, I just don't watch or listen to this shit. I can imagine how many people will be gearing and preparing this old man to say a few things, focus group and rehearsing. I would say at least 500 people. What a waste of American tax money. Just to bring in a scarecrow, just put them on a stick and put them in the front of the camera to say and stage a few words. And of course, he's talking to mostly to national audience and domestic consumptions. A few words. He's getting a lot of pressure of people and committed. And he wants to say a few things about slaughtering of Gaza. How can you justify that? It is an amazing disregard of human lives and human intelligence. And this guy was eating ice cream a few days ago as he was talking about ceasefire. It's like Clint Eastwood, killing the natives as he is was smoking a cigar. This is really an amazing savage mentality. The Western mentality's brutal history of just exterminating natives and killing millions of people, and then talk about the civilized world and the free world and all that crap. So in the last few days, you can see the American dropping food in Gaza. It's about 70,000 meals to almost 2 million people on some. They live on a day or two, or half a day, or 2 hours. You playing God now? And then this is all to legitimize the siege and the brutal, savage Israelis slaughtering of the Palestinians in the last 5 months or so. Not breaking the siege, not asking the Israelis to leave or to stop bombing the Palestinian and instructions. It's just dropping meals. So at the same time, he's giving giving the Israelis hundreds of weapons and ammunition and bombs to keep on bombing. So dropping meals or food after dropping bombs, it has been always the American foreign policy in Vietnam, in Afghanistan, in Iraq. You destroy a country, dropping millions of bombs and thousands of tons of bombs, and then you drop some food here and there. It is this mentality of redemption. You do all the damage and vices all week, and on Sunday you go to the church to redeem yourself. It's just part of the culture and the mentality of compromise. What you doing? You go to a job, you making bomb, cluster bomb, or condoms, or on Sunday you go to church. The same thing with the Holocaust. People will just go to work in moving the Jew to the concentration camps and to Auschwitz, and work in the trains and logistic and bureaucracy. At the end of the day, go home and play with his kids and watch the news. It's an amazing mentality. It's just an amazing. Once it started a long time ago with rationalism, how you rationalize things, and once you rationalize it, you legitimize it. We bomb Japan nuclear, drop nuclear bombs, and the rationalization there. If we invaded Japan, a lot of people would have died. Israelis bomb destroy Gaza. Why didn't you drop a bomb in Gaza and get it over with? And so this rationalization of Western mentality is very dangerous. That's what produce us Nazism and Zionism, and because Zionism is really part of Nazism, the mentality of exterminating people and moving people from one place to another, colonial projects, and that's what Herzl convinced the British to help him out in Gaza. You guys have a colonial colonies all over Africa and here and there. We're gonna be your colony. We help you, and we are another colony in Asia and the Middle East, by the oil, by the. So Zionism, it's a political colonial project. It's nothing to do with promised land for the Jew. More Jew lived outside of Israel than in Israel. More Jew leaving Israel than actually coming in. So a colonial project established and implanted in the Middle East to after the British and the French left. You need a watchdog. You need an agent. You need a thug that does the dirty work that you cannot afford to do anymore. So at the State of the Union last night is just all bullshit and about copy of a copy and images. It's like the halftime show in the Super Bowl. It's just stage and images and so I don't think it's going to work this time. Biden and the Democratic Party and their Ayatollahs need to get serious about this guy and about what they're going to throw against Trump, because Trump is eating the Republican Party. Trump is ahead of Biden in so many different ways. The demagoguery, we already prepared, we already formed and conditioned the American mind to accept propagandists, populists like Trump, a racist, an alleged rapist, talking about morality and finishing the job in Gaza. So really, it's a tragic time here in the country, and a lot of people don't know what to do. There is no other alternatives when you have only two-party system. They don't different on substance. They are only different on formality and some cultural issues. But the industrial, military-industrial complex, corporate media, corporate money controlling this country, regardless of who is in it. We waged war under Democratic leaders and under Republican leaders. We waged war domestically against labor and blacks and immigrants under Democratic leaders like Clinton and Obama, and also under Republican leaders. It's just a matter of images and who's gonna lie and deceive the American people the most. The Democrat might do it with smile and some sophistication. The Republicans are in the front a racist. They don't even have to hide it. It is obvious. It is a racist, almost a terrorist organization. After all we want to bring down all the civil rights gains that this country uh, achieving in the last 50, 60 years. So it's a dangerous time around the world, not just here. And to resist now occupation and apartheid regimes and military laws and prisons, you are called a terrorist. Hamas has to hand out weapon and leave Gaza. Who asked this for? Anybody that's resisting occupation would have asked the Americans, the revolution here, to just drop their weapon and leave this country? Would they ask people Northern Ireland, Ukraine, because the other enemy or occupier is more powerful? I mean, they did the same thing in Lebanon. They forced Yasser Arafat and his resistance and his fighters to drop the weapon and leave Lebanon. And look what happened. The slaughtering of refugees, and Sabra and Shatila, and nobody until today been really held responsible for this. You cannot drop your weapons and leave when you have an apartheid military colonial powerful power try to destroy you in over 70 years. There's no choice. There is no choice for Palestinian fighter to keep fighting and to keep pretending to that either they die or protect their people. So it is really sad, and I'm running out of breath here, and I'm gonna take a sip of water, and we wish you the best. And so the choice is yours in next election. So a war criminal or a criminal. So choose wisely. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you hear this on podcast, there is a version of it on YouTube if you are interested in images, and we'll see you next week.